Hello everyone, my name is Paul Granger Harp. You can call me Granger. But my key presentation will be over the Boeing 737 MAX incidents and more focusing on how a tragic mistake can affect the global aerospace market. What's new? This is more of an upgrade from the normal Boeing 737 line. They have more efficient engines, and to help with the efficiency, they have made the design of the plane more streamlined and more powerful and lighter and larger. And this is kind of history behind the incidents. There was a Lion Air crash back in October of 2018 from Indonesia. And then the Ethiopian Airlines in March of 2019 that crashed. So over 300 people died in this accident. The reason because of these accidents is a computer system based off the sensors on the angle of attack. So if you have low airflow, you might eventually stall. So this is kind of corrects the plane to recenter itself and stay in flight. And due to these incidents, Boeing was forced to ground all the airplanes and by different government and regulation bodies and governments. And this pictures of the Boeing headquarters, how they stopped the production line and had to move all these planes out of the way once they're grounded. The backlash from these incidents is clients have canceled future orders, and then the clients that have already purchased planes have filed lawsuits because of the forced grounding, because of lost revenue. And then 40 countries have banned the specific model from their airspace. And then as of January 10th of 2020, Boeing has announced that they have stopped production of the 737 MAX line. And due to this, we have some global consequences as well as domestic consequences. Starting with the global market, commercial aerospace market is tough to forecast. This is due to long lead times for production. So most of these orders go in 10 to 15 years earlier, and then it takes a long time to see these effects, and mainly these effects are maybe 1 to 2%. These are your major competitors with the large commercial plane market. Airbus has 45%, Boeing at 43%, Bombardier, which is a British aerospace company, at 5%, Comac, a Chinese company, at 4%, and Irkut, which is a Russian company, at 3%. There was some domestic effects as well, with an article from an interview with the Treasury Secretary. They have forecasted that growth will be lower by 50 basis points, and the effect on GDP, instead of a 3% growth, we will see around 2.5%. This is the stock performance in 2019 between Airbus and Boeing. So the second crash happened in March of 2019. And it was not a fluke until then, so that's when the stock market really reacted to this and then lowered. Suppliers-wise, CFM, which is a turbine jet producer, has moved production from Boeing to Airbus. Spirit AeroSystems, which is a major supplier to Boeing, has closed off their production lines and laid off several people, or many people. And then suppliers are moving to competitors, which comes to a competitive advantage for the other players in the market. For example, Comac is being propped up with a lot of funds from the Chinese government to try to take back the market share that Boeing is losing currently. And Boeing has shared their way forward. They are under new leadership with a new CEO. And they are hoping to fix the issues with the current planes so they can at least gain back some lost revenue from those grounding and lost sales. If there are any questions, please make them known below. And then if there's any issues with recording, please let me know. I can clear that up as soon as possible. And these are my sources. These again will be attached to the forum. But thank you for listening to me. And then have a good rest of the class. Thank you.